Yo.
What are you doing? Why does it look like you want to yodel?
I'm Colin.
I'm Narika.
And we are
The Bench.
The Bench.
The Bench.
Intro.
Is that our new intro? How you doing, fam?
I'm alright, can't complain. I'm a bit tired.
Why? But you can see your face.
Watching
the hair back.
Yeah, no, the hair's getting long.
Now we can see all your face.
The
just more hair.
The lockdown locks.
The lockdown locks.
Lockdown locks.
What?
It's happening.
Madness.
I'm alright, though, can't complain. What about you?
I'm tired.
Why?
For no reason though. I get enough sleep, guys, but I'm still tired. You know when you sleep for too long that you wake up tired?
You wake up, you're like, where am I? That happened to me the other day. I woke up and the lights were bright, everything. I thought it was the next day. I thought it was 24 hours that passed, and then, everything happened. It was bright. I literally thought I slept for 24 hours, fam.
I think I've slept for 24 hours. Yo, but like...
Now you've been passed out for 24 hours. There's a difference.
I have not been passed out for 24 hours. Yo, the lies. But I'm being chowed by mosquitoes. Summer.
Yeah,
Summer 2020 brought to you by Sweat and Mosquitoes.
Sweat and peaceful sleep.
Sweat and anything.
Tabard.
I'm being eaten by mosquitoes like child.
Circle of life.
Nah, fam, it ain't cool.
But it's fine. Let's get into the football.
Not a lot that happened.
There wasn't.
The past week. There was a midweek game.
Yeah.
Chiefs played their midweek game. Obviously, this was a catch-up game because of CAF. Chiefs played Black Leopards.
Yeah, they played alright. They played alright. That was a lot.
Yo.
That was a lot. I feel like that's the reason why we didn't have more than one game, because there was a lot.
There's
a lot happened in that one game.
There's a lot that happened.
We didn't need 7 other games to make up for it.
I didn't expect it.
Yeah.
Like when we caught the game, we didn't catch it obviously from the start of it. But by the time we put on the game, they were already 2-0 down.
Yep.
And we were just like, should we start prepping a Chiefs Slander Report intro?
That was loading. It was coming.
Like a news report. Like, what is that news song when they're like, breaking news? Chiefs are at it again. Yeah. Catching owls. Not doing the things.
It was an exciting game. I mean, the fact that, obviously it slipped our minds that there was a PSL game during the week, because, there weren't 8 whole games. But I mean, if Chiefs are playing any day of the week, I'm sure anybody is bound to watch that game,
But it was crazy because Black Leopards went up 2-0.
They did?
Quite quickly.
As well. Merited.
Really good goals.
Merited.
If you watch that game, they were attacking.
Really good goal.
They were attacking the defense. They were attacking the goalkeeper.
The first goal, on the other hand, Kune, my guy. My brother was playing FIFA, fam. That was a FIFA goal. The AI glitched. Controller died. Something happened, bro. And he literally passed it. Bro, Kune, you do it to yourself. He passed it to the striker. The striker I thought the striker was going to miss for a second, though. The way that ball rolled into the net, to be fair, it was 50 meters out. You know what I'm saying? But still, Kune.
We have to give credit to Black Leopards.
Yeah, I know, because they came back with the second goal, and ever since they scored, they started the game off proper playing. I know, leading up to the game, if you read the socials and stuff like that, there was players tweeting, being previous seasons we would be scared of Chiefs, but this season it's not Chiefs.
That's crazy.
It's not the same side.
That cuts deep, eh?
I feel that Chiefs have lost their fear factor now in the league.
But it's kind of crazy that they've lost their fear factor if last season they were quarter to winning the league.
But I think that's why. I think that's why you lost your fear factor. Because when you fumble the bag, you literally.
We're not going to rehash the past though. We're moving forward.
No, what I'm saying, you embarrassed yourself in front of everybody, fam.
But to go into a half-time 2-0 down to a Black Leopards, and I'm not saying that Black Leopards aren't a team and they aren't ballers because they're professional footballers, right?
Yeah, but it should never happen.
They're going into, I thought it was another performance, another no thoughts press conference from
looked like that.
The coach.
Yeah.
But they came out in the second half, to Chiefs' credit, to the manager's credit, he made subs at the half. You rarely ever see that happen. True. You rarely see managers or coaches come out and say, at halftime, it wasn't working in the first half, I'm going to give you another 15, then we make the subs. Normally around the 60-minute mark, you see all the subs happening.
Yeah.
My man came out and said, new game plan. We're changing it up.
I think the only reason why he did this is it looks at this stage, it looks like Kevin Hunt is just trying to find solutions. It looks like the man is running out of ideas and he's trying to find a settled team with guys that he can trust and players who can actually fulfill his tactics and his goals.
It looks like he is trying to patch up holes with duct tape. To be honest,
it doesn't make sense though, because he should have the players, but then also everything around Chiefs right now is just a shambles. So I don't blame him also. But well done for actually getting the result at the end of the day.
The comeback.
Yes, the first goal, scruffy as well. I don't know what was happening there. Man was on the floor.
Goal's a goal.
Doing roly-polies. I think it went off an elbow. But it's fine. You take it. And then obviously Biat followed up with the second one, opening his account for the season. So, it shows that Chiefs have that they still have character, they still have fight.
They have quality.
Chiefs supporters, there's nothing to be sad about at this moment. Your team is still above average.
Above average. There was meant to be a second game. Bloem were
Yeah.
meant to play their league game, but that was postponed. Mainly because the weekend was the MTN8 Cup Final. Carlin, over to you. I wish I had a mic. So I can be like, over to Carlin.
As you can see, I'm not shy, fam. I don't run away from it. I'm out here, shirt out, supporting my team, and ripping the boys, because the boys played well.
What did you say last
The
episode?
boys, don't worry. We just said the past is the past, and we're not going to rehash the past.
But what did you say last episode? What did you say last week, Colin? The past can be the past, but what was this? Guys, please, come at this man in the comments. All you Chiefs supporters, when Colin's been slandering you guys, coming at you guys for supporting Chiefs, for catching L's, for not doing the things. This is your time to shine, my people. This is your time to shine. Come after this man in the comments. I'm giving you reign to do that.
At the end of the day, we were in the final.
You guys were in the final.
So firstly, let me start there. We weren't favourite to even make it to the final. So if you got to take your wins where you can, the boys did well to get there in the first place, Now, the final is a different story. Because we started off that final against Pirates like proper, going for it, attacking football. And it was exciting, We took the lead, and then afterwards, I can't explain what happened. It's just too emotional.
It was, Bloem had a really good road to the final.
Yeah.
They beat Sundowns, they beat the defending champions, Supersport United, of the trophy. But they were looking for their first piece of silverware. It's been a while since, I think the last time they lifted a trophy was 2012, Telkom knockout. So they beat Sundowns there. They just haven't won since.
I think the problem was that they were going up against the Pirates team who have also been up with the longest drought.
Yeah, so
it's trophy drought.
So Pirates beat Bloem in the MTN8 Final. Sorry, we totally just sped past this because Colin's team lost. But Pirates won. The final score was 2-1. Them winning this trophy ended their 6-year no trophy drought, which is crazy because if you look at the history of Pirates, in the past couple of years they've been in 5 finals and they've lost all 5 finals. So the last final that they won, you can't call them chokers. So the last final.
Some water there, please. It's getting a bit dry. Shout out Pirates, right? So, the goal that they equalized with, right, was a dope goal because they were applying the pressure, after conceding early. They came out, they were attacking, they were full on, they were being Pirates, and a Pirates team against a Bloem team. The stat will tell you, the record will tell you that Pirates should always come out on top, right? But what I can say, after equalizing, they were lucky because they awarded another fugazi penalty, fam. It wasn't supposed to be a pen. I don't know.
The socials agreed with that. The socials said that it shouldn't have been a pen.
Horrific riffing, I think, at the end of the day. Because, so from my understanding, right, is that if a defender tackles an attacker in the box, and makes an attempt for the ball, it's usually a penalty and a yellow card.
Yes.
It's not double jeopardy, right?
Yes.
Because you can't give the penalty and give the red card. I know they changed rules, right? But my man gave the penalty and the red card, fam.
You're down to. Do you think going down to 10 men affected the game?
I think it did, right? Naturally.
Yes.
Naturally it had to, you know. I mean, especially the way they went down to 10 men was very unfairly because it wasn't even a pen in the first place to start off with. It happened outside the box. So I think any side would be demoralized afterwards, you know. Like you're in a cup final and you literally feel like the world's against you, right? But one thing, why I'm still wearing the shirt and why I'm proud of the boys is because after they went 2-1 down, they came out and they played football. It's not like they just imploded and they didn't know what to do and they were beside themselves. Like, you could see that they literally had the hunger to win and it didn't work out in the end. But you know, like, they played football and then as a fan, that's the most you could ask for from your team. You know what I'm saying?
I think everyone did expect Pirates to win. They were the favourites. Something crazy like they've only lost 2 out of their last 29 games. The problem with them was that they just have a lot of draws in those games.
Yeah.
But it's nice to see Coach Zinbauer lift up a trophy with Pirates. I'm sticking to it. I think Pirates are a force to be reckoned with this season.
I mean, yeah, as you said, it was nice. I mean,
and they had the mental edge over Celtic because they beat Celtic in their league game. So you've already lost 2 Pirates in the season to go into a knockout final. And I know you, Collins, on this big chat, knockout football, it's not the same, everyone's different. But the facts and the stats don't lie, guys. The facts and the stats do not lie.
Are you sure you drew out Stellenbosch in that ball?
I did. Episode? But I have to appreciate, you have to give credit where credit's due, Colin.
Chatting a lot about Pirates, eh?
You have to give credit where credit is due.
Fam. I mean, yeah, okay, yes. Well done, Zinbauer, you know. A year on the job, first trophy. Well done, Pirates. Shouldn't have been a pin. Well done, the ref, you know. Football is football. It's fine. We move, you know.
So PSL is back with like a proper round of fixtures. I think a good game to watch this week would be Arrow's AmaZulu. So what has happened there is their coach has voluntarily stepped down. He's now committed to like the development of the players and the club.
Yeah, youth development side.
So Ayanda Dlamini is no longer the coach of.
He's still a coach, but
he's not the head coach. He's not the head coach of the first team. So his assistant is the interim, but Benny's in the 18 area.
Bafana in the area.
Benny's come to Durban, KZN.
He's back. The prodigal son is back. I mean, the superstar. I mean, Benny is one of the few South African footballing stars, you know, like still he carries that aura around him. I feel like when anybody sees him, he's like, that's Benni McCarthy.
When I saw that announcement, I was like, I know for a fact now the owners of AmaZulu really want to finish in the top 4.
Ambition.
Like they are putting their money where their mouth is. They are driving AmaZulu to a top 4 finish.
I think that's what they needed at the end of the day, you know? They just needed a little sprinkle of gloss or like glitter, like fairy dust onto the side. I mean, after like because they made some high profile signings.
Yes.
You know? And they've been playing attractive football. It's just that everybody felt like they were missing that thing, fam. You know? It's
and
like
the thing they were missing was Benny.
They got dressed up for the clubs, but they didn't have a fresh cut. You know?
They didn't have the fresh trim.
Now the men them are shaped up, you know, and they're ready to go. You know? So I mean, shout out Benny. Hopefully he does well. Hopefully AmaZulu carry on with their form. Maybe actually get wins instead of draws. You know? Exciting times in PSL football.
Potentially a top 4 finish.
Potentially a top 4 finish.
But it'll be exciting because it's the KZN. Is it a KZN derby?
Durban. It'll be a Durban derby. Both teams are from Durban.
Derby.
You know?
AmaZulu Golden Arrow. I think my money's on AmaZulu.
I think I was actually chatting about this, but how every time I watch a game or like hear about a game happening in Durban, I always get sad a bit inside. You know? Because like fans aren't allowed in the stadiums.
And Moses Mabhida is the best stadium in the world.
Best stadium in the world. And now
you can at me.
It's literally our backyard. Now you can't go there, you know?
You can at me on that. I literally will like fight anyone who wants to come to me and say that there's a better stadium than Moses Mabhida. Our stadium's the greatest stadium. Another game that I think would be exciting, so these are like my top 2 picks, would be the Kaizer Chiefs Bloem game. It's kind of tough for you guys, hey?
That's a certified dub.
You guys just played in a knockout final, and now you playing Chiefs. They're gonna be Chiefs.
I think if we drop points to Chiefs, that's a howler. That's a L. Yeah, you know.
Chiefs supporters.
I mean,
Colin's coming for you guys.
Nobody should be dropping points to this type of Chiefs team that Gavin Hunt has under him right now, because these guys literally are playing some atrocious football, and that's not a knock on them. It's just that, you know, early days, they're still trying to find their feet again. I mean, after 6 rounds, but still, it's that confidence that they're still building. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
They're still Chiefs, you know. They're still one of the big clubs in
they're a Goliath in South African
football.
football.
But like at the stage, Bloem should be riding high. Like after the performance they did that, yes, they lost, you know.
Still in a
like,
calf.
They're still in continental football. Yes, the league hasn't been going well, but like it's not like they're playing bad football, you know. They're playing really well, so it's just down to the results now. I think that game at the end of the day, yes, certified dub, but realistically, it could go either way.
Certified dub.
I
think it's kind of tough for Chiefs because they've just also PSL announced that they're moving the second transfer window.
Yeah.
So I think all the other teams are going to, like, they're going into January, you know, making signings, buffing up their teams, and Chiefs are just missing out.
It's like everybody's putting money for the Uber, and my man is literally like, you know.
It's not even that. It's when you want to go out with your mates and they're all being green lighted, and then your parents gate you.
It's like,
and now you're just sitting there like, they said no.
When the teacher's like, has everybody done their homework, you know? And then you out there, you're like, yeah. And he's literally walking around the class while my man's out there in the school bag looking for the homework and hasn't been done.
It's not there. It's not there. As always, there is a lot of dope football to come out. We've just mentioned 2 of our must-see games probably coming up this week. Don't forget to catch AmaZulu Golden Arrows, Kaizer Chiefs Bloem, amongst all the other PSL games that are going to be played. We're like 11 weeks into watching South African football, and it definitely does not disappoint. So drop a comment. Let us know what you thought about the Pirates Celtic MTN8 Final. Was that a pen or was there not a penalty?
It wasn't a pen.
And let us know what you think is going to happen in the Kaizer Chiefs Celtic game. Kaizer Chiefs fans, this is your time to come at Carlin. This is your time to put your money where your mouth is and come for Carlin. Make next week's episode a bit exciting. See what's happening.
You haven't started watching the PSL yet, guys. You need to fix your life. You need to look in the mirror, have a long, hard look in the mirror, and ask yourself, what am I doing? What am I doing?
Clearly not the right things.
You're
not doing the right things. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It's all love. Until next time. Some very sad news in the footballing world in general. This past weekend, South African football lost another life, another player, by Mocheka Madisha. 25 years old, really young, and in the short time that he has been in the footballing world, he has made such a great impact. He has played for Bafana. He was like a notable pillar in that Mamelodi Sundowns team.
Was. I mean, at a young age, at 25, to be, I mean, you don't wish that upon anybody. I mean, if you looked at his career and like, we didn't know him as a person, but like when you watched him play football, he was such like an exciting footballer, and that usually translates to off the field, you know. And I mean, to lose somebody, I mean, I can't imagine the players, but like to lose somebody at that young of age, you don't wish that upon anybody. I mean,
yeah, it's a great loss for South African football, for football in general, for his family, friends, and the people that know him. So our thoughts go out to all those who are mourning this great loss in South African football.